Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Detroit Lions rebuild on ESPN NFL 2K5. My name is Peanuts247, and we decided that it's not just enough to try and win the Super Bowl, we want to do it with a team that's not so good. But before we look at this roster that we're going to try and improve, let's take a look at our goals for this year and this series as a whole. Now, this year we're trying to win more than 8 games, but we do have 3 years to do that, improve the team's rush defense, and get a rating of 25 overall. Now, we have the primary goal in the time allotted, 8 wins in a season by 2007. We want to be better than 15th in run defense, and this series will conclude when we win a Super Bowl, if we feel like it. Now, we have a decent amount of cap room to work with, a total of $9.34 million, and let's go through who we have. We have Joey Harrington as our starting quarterback. We don't really need to worry about the other quarterbacks too much. We're going to hope that they don't see the field, and we are also hoping that Joey, we're paying him a lot, is the quarterback of the future. Looking at our running backs, we have a whole lot of them with Kevin Jones there as our rookie running back that's going to be starting for us in the backfield. We will get rid of a couple of these backs before we get going, but let's look at our one elite player, Corey Schlesinger, our 91 overall fullback. We will be taking advantage of the fact that this guy can actually run. He's a pretty good runner, and you'll see in this first game that he is going to get his fair share of carries this year as we start to get Kevin Jones's legs underneath him. So there's Corey, our one elite player. Looking at our receivers, we may have a trade target in here. We have 4 good receivers in our 1 through 4 spot, headlined by another rookie, Roy Williams. We may be an old team, but we have some good rookies in key spots. Looking at our tight ends, they are very okay. Steven Alexander, theoretically our best tight end on that line. Our offensive line is okay. Our guards are leaving a lot to be desired. As you can see here, we do have Damian Woody as one of our best players on the team, but after him, it is a sad sight. Our tackles, not so great either, but they are on the younger side, so we're going to see how they hold up for us this year. Moving into the defensive side of things, we do have a pretty solid defensive line highlighted by Sean Rogers, the big man in the center. Our defensive ends also pretty solid. We have Porcher, who's our old man. We have a couple of young guys defensive end. We're also going to look for a 4th younger person. Our outside linebackers, we have one too many. Boss Bailey and Teddy Lehman will be holding it down on the outsides of our linebacker spots, and then we have Holmes and Rainier as our inside linebackers. Definitely room for improvement there. Our secondary is okay. Dre Bly is our best corner, as well as Fernando Bryant as our other starting cornerback. We'll see how they do in our secondary, as well as the Walker brothers. I don't know if they're actually brothers, but I'm just calling them the Walker brothers because they're both B. Walker, so that's kind of fun for me. And then again, Brock Marion is our old free safety back there. You might be seeing him on the trading block a little bit further down this video. Now, first, our releases, we get rid of Paul Smith. We get rid of Pritchett. We don't need them on the roster. We'll free up a little bit of cap room there, as well as getting rid of Davis on their outside linebackers as promised. We also signed Dave Fiore to take over as our starting guard. We just really needed a good guard to protect Harrington, and we grabbed Deion Dyer as our backup fullback. And just like that, we're going to get into the preseason. So our first game is here against the Atlanta Falcons. As we do with our preseason simulations on the GameCast, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. The Lions take care of business in Game 1 of the preseason, winning 14-10 over the Atlanta Falcons. Before we get into Game 2, I just want to quickly take a look at the trading block. Now, we're not actually going to try and do trades via what teams offer us via the trade block, but we're going to use it as a meter of interest to see what teams want to trade for these players. We'll explain a little bit more when the trades start happening, but before anything else, let's head into Week 2 of the preseason against those Houston Texans. Close but no cigar in Week 2, with the Detroit Lions dropping this one to the Texans 15-10. Now, before we talk trades, let's talk at our rules for trading. We can only trade picks for players or players for picks. This is typically how it happens in the NFL season, although the exception is during the season, rosters are typically full, so you might have to add a player to make the trade work. And looking at our interest on our roster here of our trade block, it looked like Washington was interested in Bryson. We offered to take a 4th round and a 7th round pick back from them, and they accept. So a couple of picks back for our backup running back, and just like that, we're going to get into Week 3 of the preseason playing those Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. In week 3, the Lions get back to their winning ways, taking this one 17-10 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The fourth and final game of our preseason is coming right up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Can we go out with a 3-1 record? We shall see. The Detroit Lions walk away from this preseason 2-2, but there's still another week left, and we have some trades to make. Jumping back into that trading block before the season officially starts, it looks like the Packers are interested in our free safety, Brock Marion. They were so interested, in fact, that they offered up 2 second-round picks. Very valuable picks. We took them. Now we make some more final signings. Now that the season started, we grab 2 rookies. We get Tony Bua and we get Isaac Hilton and a 3rd rookie in Jason Shivers. So we're trying to get younger overall, and we grab those 3 rookies now that they were in free agency in cheap contracts to add to this roster for depth. So without further ado, we jump into our schedule for the regular season. We see Chicago is our first matchup, a big division rival to start our NFL season in 2004. You can see that these Bears are better than the Lions on paper, but not a whole lot better. So while that defense may seem intimidating, let's see if the Lions can come in and sneak out a victory in game 1 of this franchise rebuild. Now, quickly to touch on the gameplay rules, the QB must complete a full drop back before being controlled. Audibles on offense and defense are allowed, but hot routes for receivers are not. D-line, linebacker, and D-back unit adjustments are allowed, no individual player movement before the snap, and no user control of the D-line. Without further ado, Lions versus Bears. It's time to get it on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chicago Field in Chicago, Illinois, where the Detroit Lions kick off their 2004-2005 season in this rebuild campaign against division rivals, the Chicago Bears. Chicago, head coached by Lovie Smith, are looking to come and make some noise in the NFC North this year. This is really the tale of two tortured franchises, with Steve Mariucci heading the coaching handles for these Detroit Lions. Before we go any further, the coin toss. The Bears win the toss and will choose to receive. The Lions will kick it away. The Bears taking over 1st and 10 from their own 24. Rex Grossman, the quarterback for these Chicago Bears this year, takes the snap, rolls out to his left, is looking for Gage on the left, and it bounces harmlessly off of his hands. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, the bigs man behind the quarterback, Thomas Jones, rushes for a loss of 2 yards. Teddy Lehman in there on the play, and then Grossman throws to the left side, incomplete, looking for Marty Booker. A quick 3 and out from the Chicago Bears. Lovie Smith not exactly loving what he's seeing on the field so far. The Detroit Lions take over on their own 14. Kevin Jones, the rookie, runs for 4 yards, tackled by Lance Briggs. 2nd and 6, pass action from Harrington, passing left to the flat, deflected by Brian Urlacher. 3rd and 6 now, Harrington, pass over the middle, complete to Ty Streets for 22 yards, taken down by Azuma. 1st and 10 on the 40, Harrington, pass deflected over the middle by Mike Brown, bringing up 2nd and 10. On that 2nd and 10, Jones, the rookie, up the middle for 4 yards, tackled again by Urlacher. 3rd and 6, Harrington over the middle, incomplete, looking for Roy Williams. 1st and 10, Thomas Jones takes the handoff, has some space to the outside, sheds off of a tackle, and he is loose down the sideline, getting shoved from behind by Lehman, and then finally taken down by Boss Bailey. A big run for 35 yards from the Bears. 1st and 10 on the 44, Rex Grossman rolling right, throws left to Booker, complete for 7 yards. 2nd and 3, Jones right back at it again, this time met at the line. 1 yard run met by Cash there. 3rd and 2nd, Jones running up the middle again for 1 yard, just short of that first down line. Rainier stopping him right before the line. And 4th and inches, a 51-yard field goal by Ettinger is up, and it is good. The Bears drawing blood first, taking a 3-0 lead over these Lions. 1st and 10 from the Detroit 20. Corey Schlesinger, our elite fullback, runs to the left side for 5 yards, manages to draw a penalty on the face mask from Pearson on the tackle, bringing up a 1st down all the way up on the Detroit 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 40, Jones takes the handoff from shotgun, runs for just 1 yard, met quickly by Fred Smoot and Brian Urlacher. 2nd and 9 now, Harrington, pass to the left side, looking deep for his rookie Roy Williams, who hauls it in for a gain of 24 yards. 1st and 10 from the 34, Jones running up the middle, tackled quickly by Urlacher for a gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Harrington, pass to the right side for Charles Rogers, just over his hands, incomplete. 3rd and 8 now, Harrington, pass to the left side to Roy Williams, one man on him, he gets the reception for another 23 yards, taken down by Springs. 1st and 10, Kevin Jones looking for some space up the middle, only gets 3 yards before he's taken down by Briggs. 2nd and 7, Harrington rolling to his right, hits Schlesinger on the hook route, and he catches it in the end zone for a touchdown, and the Lions answer right back in a resounding fashion, taking a 7-3 lead over the Chicago Bears. And let's take another look at that one. Harrington dropping back, has plenty of time, rolls out a little bit to his right, and finds Schlesinger with Urlacher all over him for the touchdown. The Bears taking back over, and Jones is not done busting out big yards. He's taken down by Holt here, but gets a gain of 12 yards to his stat column. 1st and 10 here, Grossman looking to the right side, incomplete, but a penalty pass interference on the rookie free safety, Bua, and that will bring up a 1st and 10 from the 37 here for the Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 for Grossman, working deeper into Detroit territory, runs it off to Jones, who runs to the left side for a gain of 5 yards, being taken down there by Holt. 2nd and 5, Jones runs up the middle again, this time met quickly by Boss Bailey for a gain of no yards, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through 1, the Detroit Lions are up in Chicago by a score of 7-3. Moving right into the second quarter, Grossman, 3rd and 5, passes over the top. Booker is all alone, catches it, hauls it in, and finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown Bears, and the Lions are now down by a score of 7-10. The Bears wasting no time in this second quarter, finding one pass over the top for the score. 1st and 10 now for the Lions. Schlesinger takes the handoff, takes it up the middle for a gain of 4 yards. Robinson in there on the play. 2nd and 6, Harrington pass over the middle, just dropped by Fitzsimmons. Stones for hands, and it bounces right off of him there. 3rd and 6, Harrington doesn't see anyone open down the field, scrambles out to his left, sees some opening in front of him, slides forward for a nice gain of 11 yards to keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the 35, Jones running it up the middle for a gain of 3 yards before being tackled by Tafoya. 2nd and 7 now, Harrington pass to the right flat to Jones for a gain of 9 yards before he's taken down by Briggs, bringing us to 3rd and 1. Jones running to the right side, gets a little bit of room, spins out of a tackle, and manages a nice 15-yard gain before being tackled by Sean Springs. 1st and 10 for the Lions into Chicago territory. 1st and 10 now from the 41. Harrington passes to the rookie Williams, again complete for 19 yards. A great pass over the middle there to the rookie. 1st and 10 on the 22. Harrington rolling right, avoids the defenders, passes to Williams, and this might be the play of the game right here. Williams takes it into goal territory. 1st and goal from the 3. Kevin Jones gets his first touchdown in the National Football League, and just like that, the Detroit Lions strike back. Now you might be like, why is it not 14-10? Well, I'm not showing you the extra point that I absolutely botched by Hansen there. You know, it just got lost in the footage. We're not going to say anything else about it. Jones getting the first down for the Bears there, gets it again on the 1st and 10 for just a gain of 1 yard with Lehman there for the tackle. 2nd and 9 now. Grossman looking, passes to the left, finds Booker on the left side, gets 15 yards. Pardon me, that was Gage for the 15-yard gain before being taken down by Dre Bly. 1st and 10 on the 43, the draw play up the middle to Jones, and he has some room in front of him, makes a man miss, and gets a 13-yard gain before being tackled by Bailey. 1st and 10, not as much of a successful run for Jones that time, getting tackled by Holmes for a gain of no yards. 2nd and 10, pass to the left side by Grossman, deflected by Holt, and then 3rd and 10, Grossman looking around, tosses one up on the left side, and Bernard Berrien takes it down inbounds, complete for 22 yards, and the Bears are now facing a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. From that 1st and goal, Jones takes the handoff, tries to find some daylight to his right, and is taken down quickly by Bailey for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8, Grossman looking end zone, and it is deflected away by Holt, almost intercepted, bringing up a 3rd and 8. Once again, Grossman throwing end zone. Once again, the Detroit Lions deflecting it away, this time by Cash. A second field goal from Ettinger, this time a chip shot from 24 yards. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Lions taking a 13-13 tie. Almost into halftime, but the Lions might have something to say about that. Harrington finding Roy Williams over the middle yet again for a gain of 21 yards. The rookie takes it for another yard, only a gain of 1 yard there. Charles Tillman taking it down quickly. And then Harrington has his tight end, Steven Alexander, deep over the middle for a completion of 29 yards, which allows the Lions to take another field goal, 45-yarder, good by Hansen, and we head into halftime with the Lions in the lead here in Chicago by a score of 16-13. Before we get into the second half here, let's take a look at our stats. The Lions throwing the ball really well, time of possession pretty even, no turnovers for either team just yet, but we do see that while the Bears aren't passing it so well, that run offense is doing a bit of a number on this Lions defense. Can we sustain the success heading into the second half? We shall see, moving into quarter number 3. The Lions starting off the third quarter with the ball. Harrington draws it to Schlesinger, who gets a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6, Jones running left for a loss of 3 yards, taken down quickly by Green. Didn't really know where to go there. Harrington dropping back, pass over the middle to Hakeem, who grabs his first catch of the day for a gain of 14 yards. 1st and 10 from the 35, Jones running right. Makes a man miss here. Big juke over Mike Brown and gets a gain of 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Schlesinger takes care of those inches by a gain of 4 yards, just leveling Urlacher there with that truck stick hit. First down for the Detroit Lions. First and 10 from the 49. Jones runs up the middle for another big gain, 9 yards this time on the carry. 2 good ones taken down by Odom. Second and 1. Jones taking it again, looking for the first down, does not get it. No gain on the play. Third and 1. Schlesinger says, I will take care of that. Gain of 3 for another first down. Harrington, this time looking to pass, complete to Rodgers, just absolutely threading the needle there for a gain of 14 yards. First and 10 now. Harrington looking for someone, but is sacked by Alex Brown for a loss of 4 yards and a momentum halter for the Detroit Lions. Second and 14. Harrington passes over the middle, looking for Ty Streets, complete, and he reaches over for the first down, a gain of 15. First and 10. Jones continuing to look for daylight, only gets 1 yard over the middle there. Harrington feeling some pressure, throwing it into the end zone, where that one is intercepted by Mike Brown in the end zone, and not only is it intercepted, this man is gone, crossing the 40, the 50, the other 40, 30, 20, 10, and no one is going to catch him. Mike Brown all the way from coast to coast, and the Chicago Bears take the lead 20-16. Harrington looking to get it back, throws it to the flat to Schlesinger, where it is incomplete. Second and 10, looking again for Rodgers and just sails it straight over his head, incomplete again. Third and 10 now. Harrington, to keep the drive alive, finds his rookie Roy Williams on the right side, complete, hauls that one in. There was pass interference on the play on Smoot. The Lions will decline. Kevin Jones taking the handoff on first down, gets some daylight, a gain of 8 yards up the middle. Second and 10, Harrington is sacked again here by Alfonso Boone, a loss of 5 yards on the play, and again, another big momentum killer from the Chicago Bears. Third and 5, Harrington passing over the middle. Alexander catches another pass, 19 yards, and another huge third down from conversion from Harrington. On first down, Williams can't hold on to this one, hammered as he gets hit over the middle. Harrington on second down, this time finds Roy Williams, who takes it in and gets a nice gain over the middle for 19 yards before being taken down by Peanut Tillman, and we head into the fourth quarter with the Lions driving down 16-20. Starting off that fourth quarter, Harrington looking over to the right side, passes deflected by Green. We're not really sure if anyone was going to get a hand on that one, but regardless. Second and 10 now, Harrington looking for Streets over the middle, in between two defenders, and he has it in the end zone for the second touchdown pass of the day for Joey Harrington. The first reception for Ty Streets, an 18-yard gain. Let's take a look at that. He slots it in perfectly between these two defenders that were covering, and the Lions are back up on these Bears 23-20. Rex Grossman taking over, passes one to Gage for 9 yards, taken down by Lehman. Second and 1, Grossman passes to Booker on the flat, a gain of 5 before taken down by Bly. First and 10 for the Bears. Grossman rolls out to his left, sacked by Sean Rodgers. Big Sean sacking him for a loss of 6 yards on the play. Second and 16 now. Grossman looking to pass. His pass over the middle, deflected by Fernando Bryant, bringing up a big third down for the Chicago Bears. This time, Grossman is sacked again by the defensive end, the vet Porcher, for a big loss of 10, and the Lions take back over with an opportunity to close this game out. After the run of 5 yards from Schlesinger, Jones takes it to the right for just 1 yard, and on third and 4, Harrington rolling left, throws it over the middle to his halfback Jones. He had somebody on the flat, but Jones drops it, and the Lions are going to hand it right back to the Bears. Grossman looking to pass to his left. This time, Dre Bly steps in front of it, deflects it, incomplete. Second and 10. Grossman rolling right, passing right to Booker, who drops it again on that right side. Third and 10, the Bears. Grossman looking over the middle, deflected by Smith. Smith, one of 2 big deflections he has here late in the game. The Lions taking back over. They're still passing. He passes it to the left side to Jones, complete for a gain of 8 yards. Urlacher takes him down before the first yard line, and Schlesinger does what he's been doing all day, gets that first down for the Detroit Lions, but Jones on the first down is met behind the line, loss of 1. Jones trying to take it again, run down some clock, gets a better run that time, 5-yard gain taken down by Urlacher, and Harrington passing it to Roy Williams, who's been solid all day, but he does drop that pass. And Hansen trying to get a little bit of an extension of the lead, 46-yarder, no good, and the Bears have some life heading towards the finale of this game. Can they come back and win this one? Grossman scrambles up the middle, gain of 4 yards on the play. Second and 6. Jones takes the handoff, is met behind the line, huge tackle for a loss by Holmes. Third and 9, Grossman passing over the middle, deflected by Smith. There's that other huge deflection we were talking about, and the Lions once again have a chance to close it out. They just need a first down or two. Jones, not a great start, gets hit by a couple of Bears here. Springs takes him down, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Schlesinger this time takes it up the middle, a gain of 4 yards. Tafoya taking him down, and here we go. The Bears having a chance to call another timeout and stop the clock with a chance to come back and win this thing or tie it. Jones once again swallowed up behind the line, this time by Robinson, and the Bears have another chance. After the punt, 1st and 10, Jones running right side for a loss of 2. Great start. 2nd and 12, Grossman complete over the middle of the Gage for 24 yards, and the Bears are driving. Jones runs it to the left. Holt barely takes him down. That saves a touchdown right there. 2nd and 5 upcoming. Jones gets to run it again. He runs it up the middle for a gain of 6. Holt once again with a huge tackle to potentially save another touchdown. 1st and 10, Grossman pass to the right side, complete to Booker, who is taken down by Bryant, gain of 10 yards. And for the win, Edinger, who made a 51-yarder today, puts it up from 35. It is up, and it is no good, sailing wide right. And the Detroit Lions absolutely escape from Chicago Field with the victory, 23-20. The rebuild is on with a victory. Who would have thunk it? The Detroit Lions coming in and playing spoiler to the Bears at the start of this 2004 season. A quick look at the stats. Honestly, for the amount of yards that we gained, this game should not have been as close as it was. That pick six really hurt us. The Lions absolutely tried to give this one away. A look at the stats. Harrington had a pretty good game, 17 for 20 yards, 298 yards total, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. As we said, it was a big pick six. Grossman, very pedestrian day. Thomas Jones beat us up, but not as bad as it could have been. Kevin Jones ran a lot, didn't get as many yards as we would have liked. He did have the sole touchdown of the day, and Schlesinger really held it down. He's probably honestly going to get a decent amount of the carries as we go. Roy Williams, the rookie, showed out today. 7 receptions, 146 yards. The only thing that would have made his day better is getting in the end zone, but those 2 touchdowns caught by Ty Streets and Schlesinger himself. And on the defense, we had good performances all around. Boss Bailey had the most tackles on the day. Holt was also holding it down there in our secondary, and the Lions defense did just enough to go ahead and get that first victory, the first of the goal of 8 for this season as we try and rebuild this roster. I think there is one more trade that we are going to try and make. We are trying to blow it up a little bit, so while it is nice that we got this win against a division rival, we're always trying to beat the Bears. We're always trying to beat the Packers. Let's be absolutely real about that. We have our first win against Chicago, and we'll be back next week with our game, our little preseason revenge game maybe, against these Houston Texans. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do live stream these games if you ever want to join us there, and we will see you on the next one.